Hey guys, what's up? This is Brittany. I'm here with Donna, and today we're talking with Donna about what it feels like to be fit after 50.
We're Midwest Performance. We're on a mission to empower women around the world to take action and work hard to make a physical impact in their lives. In this very saturated fitness industry, there's tons of competition, but the opportunities are incredible. We'll cover the most common challenges in the fitness world and invite guests to the show that have learned to overcome them and share their strategies with you. This is the Coffee with MP show.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Brittany, and I am here with Miss Donna Lavin. Donna is a member of ours here at MP, and today we're going to talk a lot to Donna about her fitness journey after 50. I know there's a lot of you out there who are in your golden years, I call it your prime, and who maybe feel like your life is kind of maybe a little bit over. Not really over in a sense of like bad, but like there's really no time to get healthy and get fit anymore. You don't really need to get in the gym because it's not a priority. That was maybe more of a priority in your younger years, things like that. And Donna's gonna kind of talk about the opposite of that. She's gonna talk about how she got back in the gym, how this is a work in progress for her, and all of the things that come with being fit after 50. So let's just dive right in. So Donna, why don't you just tell our audience a little bit about you, who you are, what you do, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Sure. I've only been a member for the last 3 months, a little bit more than that. And I had worked out with a personal trainer about 5 years ago for a while, and I loved it. It was fun, but it wasn't, I struggled always with motivation. So to get to the gym, some of my very best friends in the world are very physically fit. They love the gym. They're always working out. My sister is. So I'm surrounded by people that really love to work out. I just never really have had that feeling. So I didn't grow up heavy, but then in the last few years just start gaining weight. And I don't know that it's necessarily a matter of age as much as it is just you get to a point in your life where all I'm doing is working all the time, and I'm not focusing on what I need to. So to come back to the gym, and I was really nervous about it, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. What if I can't keep up? What am I gonna make a fool out of myself? But everybody kept saying, just do it, just do it, just do it. And it was a combination of a lot of things. I was able to do that challenge with you for those 4 weeks. That was amazing. That was a good jump start. I have, like I said, really good friends and my sister that have been very encouraging. And then I can't believe the people at MP and the way that everybody from the trainers to the staff to the rest of the people that come here all the time, everybody works so hard, everybody cares so much. It's almost emotional in a way, because you think like, I'm not sure if I can do this, and like, you got it, girl, you can do it. And everybody's like that. So that's been really the key this time, I think, is really just having so many people, feeling like you have people in your corner, you know.
So let's talk a little, I want to back up a little bit. I want to talk a little bit about what made you, besides all the people that you have around you that were like, that you just see that they're fit or they're active, things like that. You have a sister, so it's close in your family, who is active and fit. What was the turning point for you after your people were just like, go, 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 go? What was the light bulb for you that was like, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna go in there, I'm just gonna do it and see what happens? Like, what was that light bulb for you?
I don't even know if it was a light bulb as much as it was just, I've been wanting to do it for a long time, and I've been putting it off, and I've been fortunate to be pretty healthy. I don't have high blood pressure, I've never had diabetes, I've never had anything wrong. But in the last couple of years, I feel like crap all the time. Everything hurts, everything's hard to do, and I'm like, I just don't feel like myself anymore. And when that reality hit, maybe, you know, my dad passed away in August or so, and then after that, a few months later, I'm like, okay, it's time. It is just time. And after the beginning of the year, a girl that I work with, Jill Hoffman, has said millions of times, come to the gym, you'll love it. There's so many fun people there. You're gonna love everybody. And I was just like, yeah. And I kept going
Everybody's like, yeah. Like, we hear the same thing about everybody else's gym.
But it's so different. It is so different, and I can't believe how different it is. And so I blew off the first kind of month and was like, okay, now I'm mad because I joined and I didn't go. And then I reached out to you and I was like, I need some help with motivation. And you were like, you know what? You need a buddy. And you set me up with a buddy in the gym, Angie Castillo, who's awesome. And the entire month of March, there wasn't one single time that I came, that she was here or I was here, that she didn't say, you're doing great, you can continue to do this. She was by my side. She was awesome. And then, or was that February? That was March.
I think it was in March, yeah.
Because then April was the training. So I think it was just that like I knew I needed something. I needed a kick in the ass.
Yep.
Can you say that?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. But I needed that, and everything hurt, and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to feel like myself again.
Yeah.
And so
I think that's awesome. I think the fact that the testament of, it was kind of like the dominoes just kind of fell for you, and it wasn't like you went to, like for a lot of people, it's like I went to the doctor and they were like, you need to lose weight, right? Yeah. And it wasn't like that for you. It was more of just like, okay, like I just feel crappy. Like I don't want to feel like this anymore. And it was kind of just all of the stars kind of aligned for you, and it was like, fine, I'll go, try it. And now it's probably one of the best decisions you've made for yourself in a very long time, one of the best investments you've made. Yep. I think the problem that some people feel like is that they don't see health and fitness or their health in general as an investment. They see it as a cost. Right. And it's like, it shouldn't really be viewed like that, because doctors and hospitals and prescriptions cost money too, but they're not as much fun as like feeling good about yourself, right? So I like that. And also going back to the conversation that you had reached out to me, was you were just like, I need something. And it's always good. I tell people it's always good to have a buddy that you don't know. Like you could have easily had Jill as a buddy, but sometimes they're more of a, what is the word I'm looking like?
Enabler?
Yes, they're more of an enabler than they are anything else. But when you're accountable to somebody you've never met in your life, there's more of a like, okay, I gotta show up, because I don't want this person to think I'm dumb because I can't like show up for class, or I can't like be committed. So I think that really helped to know that you did not know who this person was until you met her. Mind you, Angie's a member. It's not like she's a staff or anything like that. So she kind of just took you under her wing and was like, I got you. And I think that that's great. And I think you probably grew her and held her accountable just as much as she held you accountable.
Yeah, she laughed because one time, the first week, she said, I'm so sorry, I can't make it. Something happened with the car or whatever in the family. And I said, I'll come pick you up. And she was like, I'm your accountability buddy, but you're making me accountable. I love it. So she was telling everybody. And it was like the second or third time. So I knew if I didn't go, I was just going to completely fall off the wagon.
Exactly. I think that's so important to understand that commitment and consistency are so key, no matter what, especially like in the first 30 to 60 days of a journey. You have to be consistent. I think it takes 66 days to create a habit is what I've been told. Usually some people say 21, I've heard 66, and I think 66 is more realistic because it's a longer period of time, but you have to be consistent. Consistency is so key when it comes to something like this. So now that we've talked about all the awesome stuff that's gone on, let's talk about a little bit about, because there are struggles. There are struggles along the way, and whether you're 20, 30, 50, or 60, like you're going to have struggles. But tell us about the struggles that you've kind of faced in the last 90 days of being here and kind of starting and embarking on this journey.
Absolutely. I knew that working out 2 days a week wasn't going to be enough, but you said just start, just show up, just come 2 days a week, get that habit formed. And I'm not in any way, I mean, I have a long way to go with weight loss, I've got a long way to go with fitness, I'm just starting this, but I'm at the point now where, like this morning, I actually looked for 6:05 in the morning, seriously, anybody that knows me, but I was like, I was happy to come, and that's where I knew I flipped a switch, because last week I said, you know, maybe I could go 5 days a week, and I was just, something changed. But I met a couple other people, Liz Merritt, she had texted me after she did some podcasts, and I said, you know, thanks for sharing, and everything was, thank you for, you know, being so open. And so she started texting me or messaging me and saying, you can do this, you can come, you got this. And then one time I didn't. She's like, where are you? So you feel bad if you don't show up. And it's still not easy. I mean, even though I sort of turned a corner maybe last week, it's still a struggle. You still feel like, oh my gosh, it's pouring out rain, or in the winter, I'm sure it's going to be hard too. And then also knowing, like we were talking about earlier, I know that fitness and working out and all of that is one piece of it. That's what's going to make you feel better. That's what's going to make you stronger and healthier and all that. But weight loss is going to come from eating the right food. I mean, 90% of it is food. And to do all of it at the same time is overwhelming.
Yes, absolutely.
So I would love to come in here and go, hey, guess what? You know, I lost all this weight or whatever. That's just not the case for me. I really need to focus on making this a habit, and working out and getting stronger and feeling good about it. And then as I work other things into it, I'm not looking for short-term results.
I love that. I love that you said that, because with the struggles that you've had with kind of just like the demons still in your head that are like, no, it's okay to stay in bed, it's raining outside, nobody wants to go outside, or you can still have that bottle of wine because you had a long week, you know, you still have those demons. Everybody does. Like, let's be real, even I do, you know, like even I have that. Yeah, I'm a fitness professional, but I I am Brittany, and I still like chocolate cake and margaritas. Like, I'm just the same way, but it's understanding what you understood, that it's about taking pieces of this journey and mastering them in small pieces. Like, and I think I told you this, I was like, told you when you were so overwhelmed, when you reached out, I was like, Donna, let's just get you in the gym 2 days a week. Like, forget about the food. Like, that will come. Let's not worry about that. Don't try to do that. Don't try to let's just get 2 days. Like, let's just get the consistency there, and you got it. Now you're like, okay, now that I'm consistent and I've got this habit, now you've all of a sudden kind of got the conscious effort of like eating. And not that you're changing your diet, but you're just conscious of it now. Now it's like, okay, I've got the fitness piece. I'm feeling good. I want to keep going with this. Now let's start kind of thinking about changing my nutrition and making small tweaks. And it's not about dieting. It's about creating a healthy lifestyle that has balance, right? And I think that that's important. So now you've kind of made that shift into like, okay, now my mindset's got to shift a little bit, that I can't, like you said earlier, I can't out exercise a bad diet. I'm aware of that. Now I need to start making small steps towards that. I think that's important, that you're understanding that. That's a key to so many people. And that's why I'm so passionate about that topic, because I get it all the time. It's always, I'm not losing weight and I'm not seeing results and I'm not this and that. Like, yes. And I'm like, okay, like Rome wasn't built in a day. So let's be real here.
You didn't gain all that weight.
Exactly. And I love that you're so patient with yourself now. You weren't before, and nobody is. Nobody's patient.
I'm not patient.
As women, we're like instant gratification. Like, if I didn't take the pill or drink the Kool-Aid and it made me skinny, like, I'm done and that's it. And I'm going back to being overweight and living the life I was, and I'm done. You have patience. Like, you say you don't, but you do. You have to, right? Because how important is having patience in something like this for you mentally?
So important. I mean, when you, honestly, people will say, oh, when you reach this age or that age, it's so much harder to lose weight. I think that's a bunch of bull, really. I really do. I think if you pay attention to what you're eating and you work out and you're living a healthier lifestyle, you're going to stay at a healthy weight. Okay, so maybe it's because you've become more sedentary when you're 40 or 50 or whatever. And certainly I have with work and everything. But knowing that it's just a matter of the effort you put in is what you get back, but you have it's not going to happen overnight. I didn't gain 25 pounds in the last year in a day. It took a year to gain it, and I already had some weight to lose, so a lot of weight to lose. So it wasn't like I know that, okay, now I've been at the gym for 3 months and look at me. No, I have a long way to go, but I know it's going to take a long time, and that's okay, because I'm not doing it for tomorrow. I'm doing it forever, because I think age is a matter of how you feel, not how old you are. Because I've never worried about age. Like, I don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me if I'm 20 or 50 or whatever. Because I always think your best days are ahead. Always. And anybody who doesn't think that just needs to stop.
It's like, you're not living life if you don't think that.
And everybody around you wants you to look forward to the rest of your life. So
I think that that's so cool, because it can be a daunting task to, like, know that you're in a place where you've never been to that place before, you've always been fit and healthy, and then all of a sudden you're in this space and you're just defeating yourself, like mentally, emotionally, you're just beating yourself up. And I always talk, like, a lot in my 5-week challenge meetings, and like in the beginning of the process, it's like, give yourself some forgiveness. Because this is going to be tough. You're gonna hit bumps and you're gonna feel like crap and you're gonna want to quit. But you're also gonna have some amazing milestones that you're gonna hit, and you're also gonna have some amazing things that you're gonna accomplish. And you have to take the ebb and flow. Like, you've got to give and take with this. You've got to know that you're going to have bad days and be ready for those, but you also got to know that you're gonna have great days too.
It's for the long haul.
Exactly. And I think that's so important. And I also like how you said, like, I didn't gain this weight overnight. Like, it took me a while. And I always tell people,
I had a lot of fun doing it.
Right. Exactly. But it's like, understanding that one cheeseburger doesn't make you gain 10 pounds, just like one salad is not going to make you lose 10 pounds. In the scheme of nutrition, like, because you ate salad all week long doesn't mean that by the end of the week, it does not work like that. Like, trust me, it does not. And we all know that. And as you grow in your fitness journey, you learn that. Right away, you're not going to understand that. It's like your brain is like, you have to rewire your entire brain. It's not just your body you're rewiring, it's like your thought process around this entire journey. So I think that's awesome. I love this topic because I know that we have a lot of women here who are in their golden years and who are in the best days of their life. And I think that the fact that you called it the best days of your life are ahead are amazing. Like that, I think that's such a good mindset to have. And I can tell you right now, 90 days ago, I don't know if you really had that mindset about this journey. I think
had it about life in general, but I was taking it for granted in terms of a lot of health things, and then it started to kind of catch up with me. So for years I knew I needed to work out, and everybody, all my best friends and everybody would say, you know, you should work out, and I was like, yeah, and I took it for granted. And then it caught up with me because it was just, you know, I didn't grow up heavy, but for the last probably 10 years I've wanted to lose some weight, and then all of a sudden it was more, and then it became, oh my God, what if I can't? Now I need to really put this and make this a priority. So making it a priority has been really hard to know, to just say, look, this is what I'm going to do no matter what. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to put myself first, when it's so much easier for me to do something for somebody else, or
it always
whatever,
is, right? It always is. I think especially being an all women's fitness studio, we see that so much, like so much with just women, working women, moms, like we just see it so much of like, I've got to put everybody else on a pedestal and I get to stand below and watch. And you need to put yourself on a pedestal too, because at the end of the day, how are you going to keep those people on a pedestal if you're not even taking care of yourself?
Exactly
like,
right.
how can you give everybody else 100% of you if you're not even giving 100% to yourself?
Right.
Eventually, somewhere along the line, whether it's now or in 20 years, it's going to catch up.
Yeah.
And I think that's what you kind of figured out, is like you were kind of, you know, doing everything for everybody else and being the nurturer and like really being that career woman and like all this stuff that you're doing. And then all of a sudden it was like, well, shoot, like here I am. And like, I haven't done all of the things I've been thinking about doing. And now it's truly catching up with me. I'm achy. I don't have energy. Like I clicked for you.
Well, and I said, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lose 50 pounds by the age 50. 50 by 50 was my thing. I didn't lose 5.
Right.
So I was like, holy crap, you know, now I'm 52. When am I going to do it?
Right.
When is the time? Now is the time.
Right.
And it was just a combination of everything, you know, meeting you guys and coming to the gym. This gym is beautiful. Everybody's so helpful, and it's really helped with encouragement and motivation and that accountability piece too.
I think that's awesome.
Hit it when you said somebody that you don't know, you have to be accountable to, because I can make every excuse under the sun to not work out, and I've made them, and my friends know that. But when you said, if you're accountable to something that you don't really know, I kind of figure that maybe this is going to help you, and it has. I mean, it's really made a difference.
Right.
So
I think knowing that you don't know that person and you don't want to feel stupid, like that in itself, and it happens with everything. Like even if you have somebody checking your food logs, like when you have somebody checking your food logs, you're like, okay, I can't eat that because I really have to tell somebody that I ate that, and I don't want to have to tell that person that I ate that, so I'm just not gonna eat it because it's not worth it. So I think that mindset of everything, and I also love that you've just been so open about the struggles that you've had and the triumphs that you've had and the realization that I'm not where I want to be yet.
Yeah.
But this is cool because I'm here.
Right.
I'm doing it. I'm here. I'm making myself a priority. And that I had a lady earlier who was in the 920 class with me. Bless her heart. She was so sweet. And it was her first class and she just had a lot of things going on. And I could tell she was really overwhelmed. And she was older as well. And I was like, you did it. Like you stepped in the door and you took a class and you nailed it. Like, can you just give yourself a round of applause for that? Because that sometimes is the hardest thing that anybody will ever do, is taking a step in the door and saying, I need help.
That's exactly what you said to me when I walked in. You already did the hardest thing. You're here.
Right.
And I was like, hi.
Yeah.
I hope I can do the rest of it. And you're like, you already did it. You already did the hardest thing.
If you think that the workouts are the hardest part, that's a lie. Like, they're tough. We all know that. But taking a step out of your mental like negativity state and just being like, no, this is me, this is what I want to do, and like acknowledging that and then approaching a place and saying, I need some help, like that's hard.
And it's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to say, I haven't done this very well. I haven't, made myself a priority. I haven't worked out. I've kind of let some things slide. How did I get here? How the heck did this happen to me? Because I thought I had it together.
Right.
And then you're like, okay, wait a minute. You can still have it together and still have something you want to work on.
Exactly.
And it's okay. And it doesn't have to be done tomorrow. And it doesn't have to be done at a certain age. It's just today. Why not today?
Exactly. And I think that that's so important. I love that understanding that you are just a work in progress. Like you may never be perfect, and you may never be where you want to be.
Right.
But the fact that you're trying and you're putting in the effort and you're just patient with yourself, I think is the biggest keys. Is just be patient. Allow yourself, enjoy the process. Like enjoy everything you're going to experience. Enjoy all of the things that come and go with this journey, because there's a lot. There's a lot that you're going to feel, a lot that you're going to experience, a lot that you're going to do, a lot that you're going to accomplish, a lot that you're going to fail at. It is what it is. Like that's life. Like we fail and we succeed at a lot of things. So this a fitness journey should be no different. Like it should never be any different. It should be taken as, I always tell, I've always been told by coaches and mentors that obstacles are opportunities to get better. Like it's should never be looked at as like, okay, I can't do this because this is in my way. It's like, okay, this is in my way, but how am I going to overcome it? You know, changing the mindset. So I think
that kick it out of my way.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to kind of wrap things up here. I want to, if there are Donnas in the world watching this or listening to this on the podcast or watching it on whatever they're watching it on, I want you to look into the camera, the Donnas in the world, and I want you to give them advice that you wish you would have gotten or that you got when you were at the point where some of these people may be.
Okay. So I've had some really good mentors, friends, and family members that have always said, you've got this, you can do anything you ever put your mind to, you can do it. And that's all been really helpful, and that's always stuck in the back of my mind. But it was just actually doing it. It was just not being ready, not being prepared, not having everything perfect, just showing up and showing up, just showing up. And then several people have said things like Liz said to me one time, you have to think about the energy and the feeling you have after you work out, and how excited you are after you work out, and you have to channel that for the next morning or the next time you work out and bring that with you. And I was like, that's really important, because I told one of my best friends that, and I said, listen, she said this, and that's what stuck with me, was when you don't feel like working out, but you can think back to the last time you did and how all those endorphins are rushing and you're walking out of the gym, you're like, I can take on the world. And if you bring that back the next time, you're going to get out of bed.
That's great advice.
And then not letting somebody down. You know, find somebody that you don't know that well, that you make a promise to, and you tell them, don't let me fail, don't let me not come to the gym, don't let me skip on this, don't let me quit, or don't let me make excuses. And I've said a couple times, I was really, really good at making excuses. I was so busy making excuses that I didn't have time to work out, I like to say. And that's ridiculous, because it has to be part of your life. And I don't think I really, really got that until the last couple of weeks, where it's just, I want to come work out, which is weird for me. But I love that. I'm happy about that. So, and I'm in no way am I over the hump and never going to worry about it and never have it be a challenge. I am just at the beginning of this. But if I can say that, honest to God, if I can say that, anybody can. Because there are some really powerful women around here, and I've seen what they can do. Whether they're at the beginning of their weight loss journey or their health journey or whatever they've dealt with, there's a lot that they can accomplish. So there's nobody, if I can do it, anybody can do it.
Right.
Honestly.
Perfect. With that being said, I want to, this is something new that we decided to do on the show is, we have a lot of people who come on our show and they're always like, I'm so nervous. Like, I've never been on camera. Like, I don't know if I can do this. I've never spoken before. Like, I just don't know if I'm going to do this. So we're like, Marcia was like, we've got to get these guys shirts, because everybody's always like so scared. So I'm going to present Donna with her Coffee with MP shirt. And it says, I survived the Coffee with MP show. So she's going to get this shirt to take home with her and wear with pride. So there you go, Donna. You can take your shirt. Thank you so much for being on our show. It honestly is a blessing to know you. It's a blessing to have you in this studio. We appreciate you so much. We're so excited to see where you go over the next 90 days, 120 days, years. Like, we just hope that you're here forever. So thank you so much. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us today. If you like this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel or find our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever your favorite places to listen to podcasts might be. And if you really liked this episode, please leave a review for us on iTunes. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.